News Voice is the world's first mobile app that helps you track where your news is coming from. News Voice helps you track what corporate interests might be influencing the narratives in the news you read every day. Arm yourself against corporate media monopolies by downloading the News Voice app for free using the link right underneath this video. All right, welcome back to the program. We're taking calls today via Discord for the first time. And I have to tell you, davidpakman.com/Discord, it really has improved audio quality dramatically. We're continuing our tour of the world. Next, we are going to go to Mikko from Finland. I love Finland. I had the pleasure of being there last year. It was an amazing experience. Mikko, where in Finland are you and what's on your mind today?
Hi, David. It's dark here and it's cold, and on my mind it is that your country seems to be on the verge of civil war and at the end of democracy.
Yes,
very clear.
Your assessment from Finland is accurate.
Thank you. Now, what do you think if things do get violent and do get out of hand and fall into anarchy? What good pointers could you give to people to do and how to react and what to do if the anarchy breaks out?
I don't know the answer to that. You know, I have friends on the left who never considered getting firearms before, who were never preppers, who now have firearms. They are very, very scared about the possibility for violence. I don't know what to advise people to do. My hope is that state National Guards are not going to allow violence incited by Donald Trump to take over states. I cannot imagine, we have a Republican governor here in Massachusetts, Charlie Baker. Despite being a Republican, Charlie Baker refused to send any National Guard down to the border when Donald Trump wanted to use the National Guard down there. My belief is if it really came to it, and I hope it doesn't, that Charlie Baker is going to use the state National Guard to protect against the violence that Donald Trump may be wanting to incite. But I am as much in the dark, metaphorically, Mikko, as you were saying Finland is in the dark from the standpoint of light, because I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, thank you. That's a very good answer. Then another word that I have found that is very descriptive of your country at the moment is kakistocracy.
Kakistocracy, yes.
Yes, which I think that is means that the country is governed by the least qualified. Do you agree?
It's hard to find people less qualified than Trump. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, I think back to my college professors. Earlier this week, I interviewed Richard Wolff. Okay, Richard Wolff is a socialist. A lot of people aren't socialists. Richard Wolff would have handled the pandemic better than Donald Trump. I think back to, I ran into a high school English teacher over the weekend. My high school English teacher dropped in to deal with coronavirus, would have handled it better than Donald Trump merely by deferring to experts. It's hard to imagine, short of someone who is truly cognitively disabled, straight up disabled, of people that would be worse suited to be in charge right now. You're absolutely correct.
I'm so sorry that it is come to this.
Yeah.
Hope for the next
one. Yeah. Mikko, listen, what part of Finland are you in?
I'm about 1 hour drive away from Helsinki downtown, and it's a little bit over 1 hour by car, and very southern part.
Well, I love Helsinki. There's this, are you familiar with this salmon soup that is very typical of Helsinki?
Yes, I am. Salmon soup is actually very typical of whole of Finland.
What a dish. What a delightful dish. I must have had that 10 times when I was in Finland. Absolutely delicious.
Nice to hear.
Yeah. All right, Mikko, I appreciate you calling in, and I hope to be back in Finland before too long.
Okay, welcome.
All right, there it is. Mikko, what a friendly guy. People are just so friendly in Finland.